माननीय सभासदों, माननीय सभापति जी,
Motion regarding the 30th report of the Committee on Rules, Professor Kurian. Please go back. This is a serious matter. Please, please do not compel me to. No, I'm sorry. You cannot do this. I am sorry. You cannot do this.
पॉलिटिकल गेम खेल रहे सर, आप समझ रहे हैं जब हमारा विधायक उसको उसका जिंदगी से खेले आज
आप अपनी जगह पे वापस जाइए. You are compelling me to use a rule against you. Good. I am cautioning you. I am cautioning you. Please don't push me to use the rule.
आपके पेट में मुट्ठी डाल. मैं तो नहीं मानता हूँ. इंटेंशन नहीं कर रहे. राजनीति का असर हम करते हैं.
हनुमंतराव जी, हनुमंतराव जी, हनुमंतराव जी.
Dr. Kurian.
Sir, Chairman, Respected Chairman, sir, I move the following motion that the 13th report of the Committee on Rules presented to the Rajya Sabha on 24th November 2014 be taken into consideration. Honorable members, the 13th report of the Committee on Rules owes its origin to a proposal received from the General Purpose Committee to shift the commencement of question hour from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. The GPC at its meeting held on 11th August 2014 considered this matter and approved the same. There was an overwhelming positive response to this proposal, barring one or two members. GPC also recommended to 1. Reduce the number of start questions from 20 to 15 and increase the number of unstart questions from 150 to 155 while retaining the overall number of questions to 175, and 2. Extend the time of sitting of the House by 1 hour. The Committee on Rules at its sitting held on 7th November 2014 The Committee on Rules at its sitting held on 7th November 2014 unanimously agreed with the proposal of the General Purpose Committee. As a result of this, the question hour in Rajya Sabha will now be rescheduled from 12 noon to 1 p.m. instead of 11 a.m. to 12 noon. Proceedings to the House will begin with laying of papers, followed by 0-hour submissions, and House would sit from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. except on Friday, when the House will reassemble after lunch at 2:30 p.m. The Rules Committee also recommended to shift the time of taking up calling attention from 12 noon to 5 p.m. The report of the Rules Committee is members friendly. It will now allow them to raise 15 0-hour matters per day instead of 10, that too at the beginning of the sitting of the day. The number of 0-hour submissions per week thus will increase by 50%. That is, instead of 50 0-hour submissions in a week, members would now be in a position to raise 75 0-hour matters. Enhancement in the time of sitting of the Council will also allow more matters to be discussed in the House. The scheduling of the calling attention at 5 p.m. will allow Honorable Chairman to admit more calling attention notices. The amendments to the rules, wherever required to give effect to the recommendation of the committee, have been shown in annexure to the 13th report. Honorable members, I am of the view that these amendments would facilitate smooth conduct of the proceedings of the House, particularly in the question hour, and would also make the overall proceedings of the House more productive. With these comments, I propose that the House may agree to the recommendations contained in the 13th report of the Committee of Rules.
One minute, I'm coming. Let him finish, please. Let him finish, please.
See, and then along with that, this House may, I also move that the House agree with the recommendation contained in the 13th report of the Committee on the Rules presented to the Rajya Sabha on 24th November 2014.
There are speakers, your turn will come. With Mr. Raja, you wish to speak? Yes, please. भाई अगर नाम है तो आप बोलेंगे
नहीं तो दल हमारा अब ऐसा तो नहीं है परंपरा टूट जाएगी चिमन दली
all right, okay, fine, Mr. Raja, you'll come later. You want to insist on your right? Okay, fine, I concede. The motion has been moved. There is one amendment by Shri P. Rajiv to the second motion. Members may move the amendments at this stage without any speech.
My amendment to second part to change the time of calling attention from 5 p.m. to 2 p.m. and second amendment the provision be second provision be deleted.
There is any other
I move
amendment?
the
No. आपका you wish to intervene in the debate?
ओरली अमेंडमेंट दे सकते हैं
भाई क्यों?
ओरली दे सकते हैं
नहीं, why can't
ये
you?
रूल्स में कहाँ लिखा कि लिख के ही देंगे अमेंडमेंट ये रूल्स में कहाँ लिखा है हम
अच्छा।
किसी समय भी सदन में पेश कर सकते हैं
वो आपके फायदे के लिए है कि अगर आप अमेंडमेंट इन राइटिंग दे verbally you can be understood, you can even be
Chairman साहब,
partially understood or
Chairman साहब,
misunderstood.
मुझे
Go ahead please.
चेयरमैन साहब
Move your amendment.
मैं दो अमेंडमेंट कर रहा हूँ
जी.
एक तो मेरा अमेंडमेंट है जो आपने स्टार्ट क्वेश्चन को 20 की जगह 15 किया है और अनस्टार्ट को 175 की जगह 155 किया है एक तो इसको फिर बदल दिया जाए जैसा पुराना था कर दिया जाए दूसरा क्वेश्चन आवर 11 ही बजे रखा जाए 11 से 12 12 से 1 जीरो आवर रखा जाए और 2 बजे के बाद जैसी प्रोसीडिंग थी वैसी ही प्रोसीडिंग चलेगी अब आगे बोल दे
आपको और कुछ इस रिपोर्ट पे कहना है?
जी
कहिए.
चेयरमैन साहब हम सब आपका बड़ा आदर करते हैं हम कहीं भी नहीं दिखाना चाहते कोई असम्मान है ये सदन को एक्सपेरिमेंट का अगर अखाड़ा बनाया गया तो हम सबको पीड़ा होगी कहीं ना कहीं मैं इस मारे कह रहा हूं कि इसके पहले भी इस सदन में इस नियम को बदला गया था लेकिन उसके बाद फिर चेंज करके 11 बजे कर दिया गया और सबसे ज्यादा दुख यह है कि रूल 30 में जब आपको आपने आदेश दे दिया कि प्रश्न पहर 11 बजे की जगह 12 बजे दिए वो आपको पावर है आपका अधिकार है तो क्या आपका अधिकार लागू होने के बाद कमेटी उस पर विचार कर सकती है नंबर 2 जो प्रश्न वगैरह घटे जो हमने रेजोल्यूशन दिया क्या वो रेजोल्यूशन जब तक सदन में नहीं पास होता तब तक क्या इस सदन में उन आदेशों को लागू कर दिया जाएगा श्रीमान आज डिप्टी चेयरमैन ने ये रेजोल्यूशन पेश किया ये ठीक है रूल 38 में आपको पावर थी आपने 38 की पावर एक्सरसाइज करी और क्वेश्चन आवर 11 का 12 कर दिया इस मारे मैंने प्रश्न उठाया जब आपने कर ही दिया तो फिर उसको रूल कमेटी कैसे जिसका चेयरमैन नाम है आप ही ने आदेश करा तो चेयरमैन के आदेश को दूसरा कैसे बदल देगा लेकिन मैं दूसरी बात कह रहा हूं जो मैंने दूसरी कहा कि श्रीमान बाकी जो रूल बदले गए जिसका रेजोल्यूशन आज हुआ उसमें आपको बदलने का अधिकार नहीं है उसमें रूल्स कमेटी की रिकमेंडेशन जब हाउस स्वीकार कर लेगी आज जो रेजोल्यूशन मूव किया अगर ये रेजोल्यूशन नहीं पास होता तो श्रीमान जो अभी तक हो रहा है इसके मतलब 2 दिन की प्रोसीडिंग इलीगल हम मान लेंगे क्योंकि आपने 11 का 12 कर दिया जीरो आवर का टाइम बदल दिया आपने और 5 बजे आपने कॉलिंग अटेंशन कर दिया तो इसके
मतलब थैंक यू यू मेड योर पॉइंट
नहीं तो मैं जो बात कहना चाहता हूँ सुमन मेरा ये कहना है कि हम सब ये ब्रिटिश पार्लियामेंट्री सिस्टम से चल रहा है लोकसभा में भी 11 बजे चल रहा है शिवन आप अगर 11 बजे हमको जीरो आवर अलाउ कर देंगे तो हम इतने फायरी हो जाएंगे कि 12 बजे तक हाउस ही नहीं चल पाएगा आप प्रैक्टिकल तो देखिए 2 दिन से क्या हो रहा है सदन में 2 दिन से 11 बजे जीरो आवर शुरू हो रहा है हम सब उत्तेजित हो जाते हैं, सरकार जो है हमको सुन नहीं रही,
आप
तो हम
अपनी
उत्तेजित
बात
होने
कह
लगेंगे।
लीजिए।
तो ऐसे
You have raised a point. Please, let's not refer to British parliamentary system because some of us know what time question hour takes place in British parliamentary system.
नहीं चिमन, मैंने जितनी बातें कही, अगर एक भी असंवैधानिक हो, रूल्स के विपरीत हो, मैंने
Thank
इधर
you.
उधर कोई राजनीतिक बात करी हो, मैंने
thank-
तो जो प्रैक्टिकल यहाँ देख रहा हूँ उसको मैं आपसे कह रहा हूँ।
Thank you.
तो मेरा आपसे अनुरोध है कि मेरे जो अमेंडमेंट्स हैं और पी राजा जी ने जो
अब आप अपने amendments in writing दे देंगे?
इन दोनों इन सब अमेंडमेंट को स्वीकार करते हुए
नहीं।
इस रेजोल्यूशन को सदन रद्द करने का करते।
Thank you. Thank you. Just 1 minute. Have you given your name to speak? I have names of people who wish to speak. Mr. Apollo. Mr. Mr.
I can
Apollo.
give you now, sir.
Yes.
It's just a submission,
But
sir.
you have to give, a member has given name.
Sir, I can give it right now, sir, no problem.
No, but
in the
this is
Senate.
not the way we
It's just
do
a
it.
submission, sir. It's
This
just
is not the way we do it.
It's just-
Please,
it's just
your
a-
colleague is standing to speak.
माननीय सभापति महोदय, माइक प्लीज। माननीय सभापति महोदय, I would like to take this opportunity to humbly urge this august House to look at the prevalent condition, the ground reality, and the necessity of the perceived changes to convey our concern, our depth of debate.
Are you
And scope-
speaking on the motion?
Yeah, I am speaking on the motion, sir.
Please then speak on the motion.
With the moving of the motion by the deputy chairman for rescheduling 0 hour, question hour, call attention motion, enlarging scope for the individual members to put before and place before the House and to attract the attention of the union government and the nation. This effort has to be understood in a very fair environment. All these years, there were several experiments all across several nations in conducting of the legislature. And even in our Indian Parliament, in this upper house, the chairman was consistently trying to evolve certain mechanism, ensure the schedules, and to give elaborate scope to individual members to participate into the debate, to put forth their understanding and to enrich the debate. With the
Please
shifting-
speak on the motion. We have limited time.
Yes, sir. Being the member of the Rules Committee
He was a member of the.
of the Rajya Sabha,
You are a member, naturally you are not.
why I am pleading to accept this motion, because for the last 2 days at 11 o'clock we are sitting, and the attention through Rajya Sabha through to the nation was so perfect that we can raise the immediate national prioritized issues. And
You
it-
are speaking on a motion of which you are a co-sponsor.
Yes, he was a member.
Please focus on it. If you wish to add anything to what the mover of the
Yes.
motion has said, please say so. Otherwise, the time of this house is precious.
Yes, sir, in its continuity, I support and I plead that this August House may kindly accept, because with this, the changes will ensure the individual members
Thank you.
for their wider participation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mr. Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, please sit down. Please sit down.
उपसभापति महोदय, मैं डिप्टी चेयरमैन साहब ने जो प्रस्ताव रखा है उसका समर्थन करता हूं। हमारे संसद का सत्र संवाद के माध्यम से, समन्वय के माध्यम से सकारात्मक तरीके से चले, अच्छी तरह से चले, ये हम सबकी इच्छा भी है और हम सबका प्रयास भी है। जो रूल कमेटी की 25 नवंबर 2014 की रिपोर्ट है उसमें भी सबकी मंशा और सबकी नीयत यही है कि जो भी हमारे पास समय है उस समय का सकारात्मक ढंग से उपयोग हो सके, रचनात्मक ढंग से उपयोग किया जा सके। और इसलिए मैं मानता हूं कि उसको सफल बनाने के लिए, उस समय को सकारात्मक ढंग से उसके उपयोग करने के लिए अगर हम कोई अच्छा प्रयोग करते हैं तो निश्चित तौर से आने वाले दिनों में सदन की जो कार्रवाई है, सदन का जो काम है, उसमें उसको मदद मिलेगी। देश की समस्याएं, सरोकार पर अधिक से अधिक चर्चा हो सके, लोग अलग अलग क्षेत्रों से, अलग अलग राज्यों से और देश के तमाम जो ज्वलंत सवाल हैं उन सवालों पर चर्चा करना चाहते हैं, बातचीत करना चाहते हैं और चाहते हैं कि उनकी बात सरकार तक भी पहुंचे, देश के लोगों तक पहुंचे और उस पर जो है वो सकारात्मक ढंग से चर्चा भी हो और उस पर उसका कहीं ना कहीं उसका असर सरकार पर भी दिखाई पड़े और साथ ही साथ देश पे भी उसका असर दिखे। इसलिए जो है वो जो रूल कमेटी ने प्रयास किया है, मैं मानता हूं वो सराहनीय प्रयास है। कई माननीय सदस्यों के उसमें सुझाव आ सकते हैं और मुझे लगता है कि कोई भी प्रयोग आखिरी प्रयोग नहीं होता। कोई भी अगर इस तरह की कोशिश की जाती है, कोई भी इस तरह का प्रयोग किया जाता है, रिफॉर्म किया जाता है, तो वो कोई आखिरी रिफॉर्म नहीं होता। उसमें आगे अनुभव के आधार पर हम आगे चीजों को कर सकते हैं। एक जो इसकी आपके इस जो प्रस्ताव है उसमें जो सबसे महत्वपूर्ण चीज है कि जो 0 आवर है, शून्यकाल, उसमें प्रतिदिन 15 माननीय सदस्यों को अपनी बात रखने का अवसर मिलेगा। उसके 15 माननीय सदस्यों को अपनी बात रखने का अवसर का मतलब यह है कि एक सप्ताह में 75 माननीय सदस्य अलग अलग मुद्दे पे, राष्ट्रीय मुद्दों पर, क्षेत्रीय मुद्दों पर, आर्थिक मुद्दों पर, सामाजिक मुद्दों पर, किसानों के मुद्दों पर, नौजवानों के मुद्दों पर, मजदूरों के मुद्दों पर, तमाम मुद्दों पर लोग चाहते हैं अपनी बात रखना। शून्यकाल के समय वो रखते भी हैं, लेकिन जो है वो ये जो व्यवस्था है उसमें उनको मौका मिलेगा और उस मौके का वो उपयोग कर सकते हैं। मैं इसी के साथ जो प्रस्ताव माननीय उपसभापति महोदय ने रखा है मैं उसका समर्थन करता हूं।
श्री शेखर रॉय।
Sir, in support of the motion moved by the Honorable Deputy Chairman, I would like to add a few sentences that it is true that the matter was discussed in the General Purposes Committee a few months back. I was a member of that committee and I remembered that majority of the political parties were represented there and the unanimous view was that these changes should be effected as proposed. Thereafter, it was taken up by the Rules Committee. There also I was a member. And all the members present in the Rules Committee, they unanimously accepted the changes. My submission to all who have expressed their concern that we should not be apprehensive of the changes that are proposed to be made. Let us see, only because my concern, my party's concern is that the people outside are watching us every day, every moment. Crores of rupees are being spent on the proceedings, for the proceedings of Parliament. And days in and days out, the way we behave, the way we disrupt the proceedings, it has not been taken kindly by the people at large. Therefore, my humble submission to all honorable members of this House, to accept the changes and don't be apprehensive. Let us see what happens if there at all there is no improvement in the near future, then certainly the House has the right to reconsider and review. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Shri P. Rajiv.
I am raised to support one part of the amendments moved by the part of this report of the Rule Committee. Sir, actually there is a provision in the rule itself, the 38. It empowers the chairman to to change the timing of the question hour. We are very grateful to the chairman for discharging that powers unilaterally to change the time of question hour. We had gone through a very good democratic process. The General Purpose Committee had discussed these things, and Rule Committee discussed in thorough, and a unilateral decision was there to change the question hour. Actually, sir, this question hour, all of us were aware that this is the contribution of the British age, Montagu's Chelmsford reforms, and several other reforms. At that time, we had started the question hour. But unfortunately, the first parliament of the independent India, there was no question hour for several days. The first question raised by the House, he became the first deputy chairman of the August House, sir. That is Krishnamurti Rao. And we had made several changes in the procedure of question hour. And we are grateful to the chairman. You have taken a very good initiative to allow other members to ask supplementary questions whether the questionnaire is not present in the House. That's a very good change in this procedure. Now this is another step. That is very true. This is the only one of the important occasion to make the government accountable to the society through this parliament. It will give an opportunity to the members to build the ministries and the governments. So these amendments, I support these amendments. For this changing the question hour from 11 to 12 to 12 to 1. But sir, regarding this calling attention, the proposal, my amendment is there. The proposal is to change the time from 5 to 6. The calling attention, that is the opportunity for the members to raise very important issues. And the ministers should come with a statement. And the members would get an opportunity to seek clarification. Most of the regional papers, journalists would not be here at the evening because they would go to their offices to file their stories. Whatever issues we have raised here in the after 5 o'clock, nothing would be published in most of the newspapers in the country. Then my request is to change the amend the proposal to withdraw that proposal. My amendment is there. The calling attention as per the existing procedure after the question hour. That means 2 o'clock. Then please allow to raise this issue calling attention at 2 to 3. It would be beneficial to the House. It would be beneficial to the society also. Then I request the chairman of the ruling committee through you, sir, and to you, sir, please pass this amendment moved by me, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Shri D. Raja.
I respect the concerns continuously expressed by the chair, you being the chairperson, sir, about running the house smoothly and about having question hour regularly. Sir, having said that, I have a few points to make. One is, of course, the change of timing of the question hour. We experimented in the past, sir, this issue. We had the question hour shifted to 2 o'clock, then we reverted back to 11 o'clock. And leader of the house is sitting, he was leader of the opposition. We discussed this issue. I think the question hour can be at 11 o'clock. And it is not that I undermine the importance of the rights of members or the importance of question hour. Even today I had 1-star question. Yesterday I had 1-star question, but House could not transact and it didn't happen. But it doesn't mean 0 hour worked. Today also 0 hour did not work. Yesterday also 0 hour did not work. Neither question hour nor 0 hour. So we will have to be very realistic, very practical. So my point is, the question hour can be reverted back to 11 o'clock. This is number 1 point, sir. Number 2, reducing the number of questions. I don't know what is the big difference between 15 and 20. Now, for 1 question, 5 minutes. Then 10 questions, it is 50 minutes. Or if we calculate like that, because one principal questioner will ask 2 supplementary, then other 2 supplementaries, then you calculate, then even we cannot take 10 questions, then why, what is this 15 questions? So, sir, I think the practice is to have 20 questions. At least the ministers are expected to provide written answers to the questions given by the members. At least the members get the answers from the government. I think we should stick to that practice of having 20 star questions. That's number 2, sir. Number 3, what I think, the calling attention cannot be at 5 o'clock, sir. I think it should be early. Earlier, we used to have calling attention immediately after question hour. And if the House agrees, we can have 2 o'clock or immediately after question hour, as we used to have, so that the calling attention assumes its importance, because calling attention is an important, because it is to draw the attention of the government on a particular important issue. That's what I think. This 5 o'clock is, I don't think it is a good proposal, and Rules Committee will have to consider this or withdraw that proposal, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Shri Satish Mishra.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman, sir. Honorable Chairman, sir, this rule committee has brought this rule which has now been put before the House. But before this, there was a detailed discussion on this in the General Purposes Committee meeting also. I was also a member of that meeting, and threadbare issues were discussed in that meeting. It was considered as to whether the question hour should be shifted from 11 to 12. The reason behind that was also considered. And it was that every morning or in the evening after the House, there is some issue or the other which comes of a very urgent nature, in which the members of some group or some party or someone get agitated, and they want it to be raised early in the morning as the first issue. And this has been happening also, actually, resulting in practically resulting that questions asked for days together could not be taken, because members sometimes rightly, and for the issues which they want that should be taken as the first issue, they always stood up at 11 o'clock, and the question hour goes. The question hour, if it is deferred, a question hour, if it does not take place because of the rising of the persons and agitated mood in the morning at 11 o'clock, the effect is that so far as the government is concerned, it will be more than happy if the questions are not to be answered. It is the members who are raising the questions, they are more interested that the government should put the answers, give the answers, and they are then pressed on the issues which are the important issues raised in the questions. So keeping the importance of the question hour, that the question should be actually be allowed to continue, and looking into the past experience, this was decided that it may be taken into 12 o'clock. And why 11:0 was also a reasoning behind that, that in 0 hour, the issues of importance of the day are raised. Now, if the important issues of the day are to be raised early at 11 o'clock, then have the 0 hour itself at 11 o'clock. We have witnessed it yesterday also, today also, and the issues have been raised which were of certain importance, and they have been. Therefore, the 0 hour is also a place, 1 hour time, which is available to the persons, to the members, honorable members, to say their daily issues which are of public importance and which are of very importance of a particular party or a particular member or particular group. So therefore, shifting this from 11 to 12 had a definite reasoning behind it, and which I feel that it was justified, and that is why it was shifted to 12. And therefore, we support it. Of course, if it does not work for any reason, the House always has the power to look into it again. But so far as Mr. Rajiv has said about bringing the special mention at 5 o'clock, that the calling attention at 5 o'clock, that may be considered, because the experience of a few days has been that at 5 o'clock, the importance of the calling attention is not felt. So that can be considered. But so far as the other proposals are concerned, we are with the proposals as proposed by the Rules Committee.
Thank you. Shri Bhupendra Singh.
Sir, it is a fact that it has been discussed initially in the last, when the budget session, sometime during August, you called the leader of all the party, and my party, Biju Janata Dal, was also present there. And it was an almost unanimity that the question hour should be shifted from 11 to 12 and 11 o'clock will be the 0 hour. We are the most privileged country and privileged member of the parliament, both in the Rajya Sabha, that in our country only the 0 hour facility is there, privilege is there to the member, that they raise very important, immediate public importance matter they can raise. This is not happening in many democratic country and many in the world, in the many parliaments, sir. This is a rare privilege to us. So we understand that Honorable Chairman of his vast experience thought that many members are not able to raise their important public importance matter in their, which is happening in their state. So you to facilitate the members that at least if 11 o'clock we start this, laying of paper by minister 5-10 minutes and at least 50 minutes will be there for 0 hour, where at least you can accommodate, as it was discussed, that 16 to 17, at least 15 members can be accommodated in 0 hour so that they can raise their important question. As sir, Hudud in our state and Andhra Pradesh, which happened yesterday, it could not be taken. It was there in my I had given notice for that, and today also in a situation. So sir, we know the very intention of the chairman is to facilitate how these state matters, state issue and members, state important issues can be taken up. You have to facilitate the member. You have called the rules committee on 20th also, sir, as a week back. There also it was decided that it has been decided earlier in the meeting. So it was decided that let this practice be there. Of course, regarding calling attention motion, it can be, the debate has started that it should be, sir, immediately, normally it should be immediately the legislature business should start with calling attention motion if it is allowed. This is our practice.
Thank you.
So sir, in this case, whatever has been raised, we have authorized our Honorable Deputy Chairman, who is also the member of the committee. On our behalf, he has moved the motion and now is stand by in favor of the motion, sir. There is nothing world will not fall, sir. If let this session be over, we will review next time again. There is scope for us to across the table we can sit and decide, and in the next session we can also change it, sir, if the chairman or the whole house will decide.
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Shri Tyagi.
13 अक्टूबर को पार्लियामेंट्री अफेयर मिनिस्टर ने चीफ विप जो हैं यहीं के नहीं समूचे देश के, उनकी मीटिंग बुलाई थी गोवा में 2 दिन के लिए। तो उसका भी एक प्रस्ताव है जो लोकसभा और राज्यसभा के सामने भेजा गया है। प्राइवेट मेंबर बिल इस सदन का सबसे महत्वपूर्ण, प्राइवेट मेंबर बिल जो है मेंबर्स के लिए सबसे महत्वपूर्ण प्रक्रिया होती है। आप फ्राइडे के दिन उसको लाते हैं और वो भी लंच के बाद, तो लगभग 80-85% लोग तो अपनी कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में चले जाते हैं शनिवार इतवार के लालच में। और ये मेंबर्स का सबसे बड़ा और सबसे अच्छा प्रेरोगेटिव है उसका इस्तेमाल करने का। तो उस कमेटी का सुझाव है।
त्यागी जी, you are speaking on the motion or you are making another proposal?
नहीं, मैं सर इसी के अंदर दे रहा हूँ जो रूल्स कमेटी
नहीं, इस मोशन पे बोलिए ना। वो जो सुझाव है उसकी अपनी मेरिट है, वो डिस्कस की जा सकती है।
इंक्लूड नहीं किया, लेकिन प्राइवेट मेंबर्स बिल जो है बजाय फ्राइडे के किसी और दिन आना चाहिए ताकि समय से इस पे बहस हो सके।
ठीक है, आप उसका सुझाव दीजिए और जनरल पर्पसेस कमेटी और रूल्स कमेटी उस पर गौर करेगी।
सर, कॉलिंग अटेंशन के लिए 5 बजे का जो समय है वो भी ऐसा है कि अधिकांश जो रीजनल प्रेस है वो भी चली जाती है और मेंबर्स के भी एक बड़ा हिस्सा चला जाता है। तो पब्लिक इंपोर्टेंस का इशू है सर, उसको अगर 5 बजे से पहले आप रखेंगे तो बहुत अच्छा होगा। बाकी तो कोई होली बुक तो है नहीं जिसमें अमेंडमेंट नहीं हो सकता। आप कुछ दिन चलाइए, अगले सत्र के लिए फिर आप नए तरीके से इसमें अमेंड कर सकते हैं अगर ये ठीक तरीके से नहीं चलता है। धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू। श्री तिरुचु शिवा।
Sir, I rise to support the motion moved with 1 or 2 points to be put forth for your kind consideration. Sir, I remember since the day one you assumed office, the concern you have been expressing about the question hour. Having realized the importance of the question hour, and because of some restless that prevailed in the House, has obstructed the question hours many a time. Sir, a question coming up for oral answer itself is a very big thing. And after it has come, the stupendous job done by the ministry and the material collected and the reply which is being given enlightens the members and helps them to resolve many issues. So for example, if we see a minister after getting an appointment with a representation, the representation may be received, but the reply may not be given. It may take a longer time. Whereas a question hour brings the minister to the House and is compelled to reply not only to the question, but also the supplementary questions thereby raised. So the obstruction of the question hour is really a serious issue. And you proposed earlier to have it at 2 o'clock after the lunch. And many members were not for that. It was experimental. Again, it was shifted to 11 o'clock. And now experimental basis, I think it has been changed to 12. But that also has proved to be a failure this morning. So whatever may be the time, things happen. But I hope that this change of time will help the question hour to proceed in the coming days at least. Sir, every one of us realized the importance of the question hour. How important a question is, the reply that fetches resolves so many issues. So, sir, I welcome the change of the question hour time. And second is, sir, the limit of the number of questions from 20 to 15. Only if the question appears on the oral question paper, that gives the member a very big importance. And moreover, the reply which is given by the minister also gives a better thing than the written reply, sir. So I think that could be considered to be retained at 20. And, it goes to, of course, unstar. But I think if it appears in the oral questions, sir, it will be an appreciable one. And as far as this calling attention is concerned, though it is not something of a publicity interest, as Mr. Rajiv said, of course, any issue which we raise here should reach the people in the constituency or in the nation. That too, a calling attention issue has always been a very, very important issue. And once it is raised in the House, if it is, I think, discussed before 4 or 5, I think the press people, the media may carry the matter. So I think kindly consider of shifting the calling attention or retaining the status quo, sir, to be at 2 o'clock than at 5 o'clock. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Dr. Keshav Rao.
Have had more time, that was it. But when the TMS senior leader said that it went to 2 times to committees, like the purpose committee, and all party people had agreed, though I was not part of it because although I represent a particular state, this is a council of states where I am not representing on the matter. So I thought since everybody is agreed, I had nothing more to add, but as an I would only try to say what Mr. Rajiv said. It is only repetition of what he said. What happens is, the call attention motion one way would like to really call the attention of the government. That means that is a matter of the voice of the people. And that is the voice of the state also. That we really expect the media to take note so that it really attains some kind of importance. And instead of sending it to 5 o'clock, where all of us are not that attentive, if it is somewhere at 2 o'clock, whichever the House feels, it will be all right. All that I wanted was a little more, a wider discussion on this because of far-reaching issues that there is. And as I was a member of the committee before you, you had raised this earlier as Mr. My friend said, not Rajan, friend said, we had been discussing this and all that we support it with that call attention motion, call attention issue being taken up, reconsidered.
Dr. Ram Gopal Yadav.
Yes, sir.
मान्यवर, मैं सिर्फ एक बात कहने के लिए खड़ा हूँ। जनरल पर्पज कमेटी की जो बैठक हुई थी, उसमें मैं अकेला व्यक्ति था जिसने इसका विरोध किया था। मैं इस रिकॉर्ड को स्टेट करने के लिए कि यूनानिमस रिपोर्ट और डिसीजन था, कहा जा रहा है यहाँ इसलिए मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि मैं अकेला व्यक्ति था जिसने ये विरोध किया था कि अगर 11 बजे से 0 आवर कर देंगे तो ये 2 बजे तक चलेगा और क्वेश्चन आवर कभी नहीं हो सकते, और वही हो रहा है, आप देख रहे हैं। इसलिए मेरी फिर आपसे अपील है कि जो सिस्टम चल रहा था उसको चलता रहने दीजिए। इसमें सुबह से ही प्रक्रिया शुरू हो जाती है और क्वेश्चन आवर अनिवार्य रूप से चला जाएगा। पहले तो ये होता था कि क्वेश्चन आवर का आप कहते थे कि 0 आवर में उठा लेना, तो आधा मिनट बोल के आदमी बैठ जाता था, क्वेश्चन आवर चल जाता था, 0 आवर में अपनी बात कह लेता था। अब तो शुरू में ही मामला सब गड़बड़ हो जाता है, जो 12 बजे तक चलेगा पूरा, और 12 बजे के बाद 1 बजे तक चलता है। तो एक तो ये करेक्ट लोगों के दिमाग में रहना चाहिए कि मैंने इसका समर्थन नहीं किया था जनरल पर्पज कमेटी का मेंबर होने के नाते। आई हैड अपोज्ड इट, आई वाज द ओनली मैन हु अपोज्ड इट, और मैं आज भी इसको अपोज कर रहा हूँ ये कह रहा हूँ कि एक दिन फिर आपको इसी पे आना पड़ेगा, जो पहला था उसी सिस्टम पे आना पड़ेगा। इसलिए इस पर पुनर्विचार करें और जैसे का तैसा रहने दें जो सिस्टम है उसको। थैंक यू सर।
Thank you. The mover of the motion, Dr. Kurian.
Chairman, sir. I would like to in brief explain some of the points and give some reply. First one is Honorable Naresh Agarwal ji mentioned about the change of timing of the question hour for the 2-3 days. That was done according to the rules. Honorable Chairman has only invoked the rule which is his authority and prerogative to do. There is nothing wrong with that. It is perfectly in order. That is the first thing. Then he further said he is moving amendments. Actually, you said you are moving amendments, but you were totally opposing the motion. See, no, amendment cannot be total. Amendment should be an addition or a variation or improvement or change. So let me say, so it is not, you are really opposing, for which you have every right, and I respect your right.
Not opposing, giving good suggestion.
Okay, all right, yes, giving good suggestion, that I can consider that also. Now, Honorable Sri Rajiv raised a question about calling attention, and he has moved an amendment. And when we heard Honorable members speaking, we also could gauge the mood of the members on that particular question. I don't want to speak more on that. Rajiv's amendment is that this calling attention should be between 2 to 3, 1 hour. Earlier it was between 12 to 1, between 2 to 3. And he has explained the rationale also, that at 5 p.m., yes, members do not do their work for publicity, but they need publicity also. The only person who do not get publicity is the deputy chairman and chairman. All others get publicity for what they do. But
you are making up for that now, sir.
At least I got at least one opportunity. See, now, yeah, so there is, I can see, there is a point in what he has said in that amendment, that it is better to shift the calling attention. No, 5 is not come into force. Now it is from 12 to 1 to 2 to 3. And many honorable members have supported it. If that is the view of the House, and if Honorable Chairman agrees, there is no problem with that. Now, then Honorable Tiruchi Shiva raised a question about reducing the question from 20 to 15. But I would like to tell him total number of questions remain the same. And you will get answers for all the questions whether the question is starred or unstarred. And publicity, whether starred or unstarred, the press will take, or you can give it to the press, they will publish the questions and the answers. So that doesn't make much difference. But kindly note, I am in this house from 2005 onwards. And in the Lok Sabha from 2080 to 2000 for nearly 20 years. Not a single, 1980, yeah, that's it, nearly 20 years. Not a single day I have seen all questions exhausted. In the Rajya Sabha also, you could never take up all questions. So, reducing from 20 to 15 will not.
क्या उन रूल्स को भी इसी मारे हटा दिया जाएगा कि कभी 20 क्वेश्चन नहीं हुए? एक देखिए, हम लोगों ने इस मारे सजेशन दिया कि कम से कम मंत्री लोग उस 20 क्वेश्चन जो स्टार्ट क्वेश्चन होते हैं उसको सीरियसली देख तो लेते हैं, नहीं तो सीरियसली देखेंगे नहीं। अनस्टार्ट में तो 10 करके भेज देते हैं मंत्री लोग, उसको सीरियस लेते कब है? इस मारे मैंने कहा कि उसको 20 ही रखिए। हम जानते हैं 20 नहीं आएंगे, लेकिन 20 प्रश्नों पे कम से कम सरकार सीरियस रहेगी और जवाब को देगी और एक्शन होंगे, इसलिए हम लोग इसको कह रहे हैं। और दूसरा, चेयरमैन साहब, आप चाहे जो मेंबर नहीं उपस्थित होता है, आप उसका क्वेश्चन लास्ट में रखिए, अगर टाइम बचे तो लीजिए। जो उपस्थित मेंबर है उनका क्वेश्चन आप लेते जाइए। ये परंपरा हमारे यहाँ यूपी असेंबली में भी थी। जो मेंबर क्वेश्चन के टाइम उपस्थित नहीं हुआ, उसका क्वेश्चन बाद में पेंडिंग कर दिया जाता था। जो मौजूद है पहले उसका ले, अगर टाइम बचे तो मेंबर को रुचि हो तो उस पर कर ले। आप इस तरीके से कर सकते हैं, लेकिन 20 का 20 रखिए। हम जानते हैं 20 नहीं प्रतिदिन आएंगे, लेकिन उसकी गंभीरता तो बनी रहे।
Okay, all right, you have made a point. We can consider this, House can consider it, is for the House. I am not to.
Sir, the question lot by the members get a question and coming. And every member getting a chance to ask a question every day when his name is there. Now by this process, you are denying that one of the members to right to ask the question.
No, any member can ask question.
Why not?
Any member can ask question.
No, the question don't.
Hey, continue please.
Yeah, okay. Now coming to the question, I explained my view on what Sri Chishuva has said, but Naresh has a different view. Of course, the House can, it is up to the House to decide on that. I am not commenting more on that. Now Ram Gopal ji said that in the GPC, he opposed it. Correct. I have also in my statement said like this only, that there was an overwhelming positive response to this proposal, barring one or two members. I have not said it is unanimous decision in the GPC. It is not unanimous decision in the GPC. There was one or two dissenting voice, and certainly you are the most important dissenting voice. That we can see. But kindly note, all others agreed. And in democracy, we work on the basis of majority. We respect the minority view. We always respect the minority view. We listen to that. That is democracy. We listen to that and we give all opportunity for them to say that. But it is, see, but we act on the view, on the basis of majority. That is why GPC recommendation, even though there was one or two opposition, was taken as a decision and we proceeded with. That is the point about that. Now, honorable members, I want to say one thing, which is already said by Mr. Satish Mislaji. See, for members, the question hour is the most important instrument to make the government accountable. I myself was minister from 1991 to 1996, and I have dealt with 3-4 portfolios. I have not seen a single minister saying, "Oh, I am sorry, the question hour is gone." If the question hour is gone, as I have seen, most of the ministers will be happy. So happy. Don't think that ministers or government will be hurt by cancelling the question hour. This is a fact. Number two, question hour and questions. If a member prepared and ask pertinent questions or supplementaries, I tell you, the ministers will respect that member. You try it and then after that approach the minister. You will see the difference. You will see the difference. Therefore, this is the most important, effective instrument question. And one more point I want to say, therefore, doing away with question hour, it is not in the interest of the members. That's one. Now, a number of days, suspension notice used to come. Naresh Agarwal ji will give suspension notice. So many members will give suspension notice. What was the argument? The argument was that the issue is so important, we cannot wait up to 12. It has to be raised at 11 itself. That was the argument. I have heard Honorable Chairman asking, why don't you raise at 12? Then the member coming and asking, no, it is so important. So I have to raise it at 11 itself. I cannot wait up to 12. Now Honorable Chairman has understood that argument and accepted and allowing you to raise at 11 o'clock. I think this is the most member-friendly amendment. Most member-friendly amendment. I thank all those who spoke and supported the amendment. I respect the dissent voice, but however, the House is to decide, let the House decide. Regarding the amendment of the P. Rajiv, sir, you may put that and then after passing that, then we can go.
Thank you.
20 क्वेश्चन रखे जाए, 20 का 15 न किए जाए स्टार्ट क्वेश्चन, उस पर भी राय जरा जान लीजिएगा। बाकी तो मूड हम समझ रहे हैं क्या राय है, लेकिन बहुमत में भी विरोध सुना जाता है और विरोध कभी न कभी बहुमत में साबित होता है। मैं इतना कह देना चाहता हूँ।
Thank you. I shall.
सर, सभी सदन में जो माननीय सदस्य हैं, उनकी सबकी मंशा है, सबकी इच्छा है कि सदन की कार्रवाई सुचारू ढंग से चले, सकारात्मक ढंग से और उसका ज्यादा से ज्यादा उपयोग हो सके। राजीव जी ने जो अमेंडमेंट दिया है वो उनका बहुत मुझे लगता है कि सभी माननीय सदस्यों की बातचीत सुनने के बाद जायज बात लगती है। जो उन्होंने कॉलिंग अटेंशन 5 बजे के बजाय 2 बजे की बात कही है, हम उससे सहमत हैं, हमें कोई इसमें इतराज नहीं।
Thank you. I shall first put the following motion to vote, that the 13th report of the Committee on Rules presented to the Rajya Sabha on 25th November 2014 be taken into consideration. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it. The motion is adopted. I shall now put the amendment moved by Shri P. Rajiv to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it. I shall now. ये हो गया. This is done. Huh? Yeah, I'm coming to that. Huh? I shall now put the following motion to vote. Amendment. The amendment is adopted. The House has said so. That this House agrees with the recommendation contained in the 13th report of the Committee on Rules presented to the Rajya Sabha on the 25th of November 2014. As amended. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it. The motion